Hey, so I've been doing these no-nonsense reviews of all my kit, and if you want a bit more details on what I'm going to say in a second, then do check those videos out. I'm just going to give you a very quick list of what I would buy if I was starting afresh today, which is pretty much my entire kit, with a couple of differences. Bearing in mind you're not going to be going to TV dramas straight away. In fact, that's something that is always going to be 10 years down the line. You're going to be doing documentaries and commercials, and that stuff requires a little bit of different kit, requires you to be lightweight, don't overthink things, just go with the classics. And the cheapest way as well to do this is this, with it sounding the best. So as a recorder, I'd go for the Zoom F6. I don't think the F8, I don't think I've ever warranted having that many inputs. So the F6 is fine, the newest one with 32-bit float recording, and I'd get a Zoom handheld as a spare, like a H5 or something similar, that has a few inputs so that you can utilise it in many different situations. Those two things are going to last you over 10 years. In fact, you may keep them. A lot of drama people still have those available to them to do various things with. And then obviously you need a low profile bag to keep things lightweight. Orca and various companies, Zoom, do their own stuff, and an updated battery system. So I'll talk about that in another video, but you don't want to be running off AAs. You're going to need a wireless mic, ideally two. In fact, you're going to need two. So 2 sets of the Sony UWP range with COS 11s. I went for one white, one black, just as the clothing gave me a few choices, but you can do what you think is right. A Pelly case with wheels, ideally for yourself. A C stand for standing interviews, with the boom extender, which again I'll talk about in another video, just being able to place your boom on top of the C stand and then it extends out for the whole range. Some headphones. I recommend the Sony HDR range, are very lightweight, over-the-ear ones, and affordable. You need to have you need to have sync boxes, time code sync boxes. And again, the cheapest and the ones that I recommend the most, especially starting out, but I've never needed to replace them, are the tentacle syncs. You'd need 3 of them, because most of the time you'll be operating a 1-camera system, but every so often someone throws in a second camera. You know, if you think interview, you've got one facing, one on the side, and then one linked to your box, so that all 3 of them are on your phone and they're in sync via the app. You know, you sync them all up, it's done. And then you're going to need various cables with those, that depending on what cameras are being used, so you have to ask that in advance. Not every cable connects with every camera, trust me, there's loads of different types. We need a boom. Carbon fibre boom are the best. E-image do very cheap ones. They're not great, but they are about a quarter of the price of the other ones. And then a mic to go with that. So I would recommend, if you can afford to, getting to a point where you can afford to buy the DPA 4017B. I just think they're brilliant. So good. Come with their own blimp and everything like that, so that side of stuff's fixed. But Rode do a very good one, for very affordable. There's the Sennheiser 416, which is a classic. Pick these up second hand. A lot of them are so durable that they will be fine second hand. Yeah, there's lots of options for those, but I think DPA are the best. Then an interior mic, because you need a hypercardioid interior mic. Cheapest and best for interview style is the Octava MK012 with the baseball cover from Rycote that I mentioned previously. But if you can afford it, you know, Shep's CMC41 or the DPA interior hypercardioid, short shotgun microphones, all fantastic. But you know, you don't want to blow your budget straight away. So yeah, and then loads of dual lock tape to be able to fit the tentacle syncs on. It's various accessories that you may want to purchase. You're going to need, for your lav mics in particular, Bumblebee Industries do lots of adaptions to be able to stick them onto people, and that's the best route to go down. Don't bother with the others. Yeah, and there's various accessories. There's like that you'll build up over time. Directors want to occasionally, very, very occasionally, listen in. So you may need a wireless. You can use one of your, find out in advance, obviously, who is going to be on who needs to be mic'd up, how many people are going to be on recording at the same time, and whether a directed monitor is needed. Because this will mean you're either going to have to rent or buy lots of Sony UWPs to make that work. And then obviously you need headphones for them too, and batteries. There's other accessories like being able to mount a microphone on the interior of a car. There's the Ursa straps, which are becoming more needed, especially if it's a female talent. Well, not just female talents, but you know, those who wish to wear a dress aren't going to be able to fix a body pack on them easily, so you need to have ones that can strap around the leg. And Ursa, URSA, make lots of those, as do other companies too, but those are the most common. Yeah, but you build up all those accessories as you go, because you find out about the shoot you're on and then you're able to do it. But you're going to need these things anyway, so you may as well think about that in advance. That's it. It seems like a big list, but it's an expensive industry just to get starting in. Really, I mean, I have said on previous videos that I started out with a handheld, Zoom handheld, a second-hand 415T Sennheiser mic, which had a deeper, more vintage sound to it. Had quite a lot of noise to it, self noise, but ultimately I got away with using that interior and exterior, and I used one of the early ranges of the Sony's, second hand, with not a very good mic at all, and I got away with it, but I wouldn't be doing the jobs that I'm doing now with that kit. But certainly as you get started, if that's all you can do, you've got to, you know, it's about price to ratio, isn't it? You can't farm yourself out for £500 a day, or, you know, APA rate would be £620 a day plus kit on top, if all I'm doing is turning up the handheld. So you get there in the end with kit. So yeah, there you go. Any questions? Ask below.